Hello everybody and welcome to my May 2014 video game pickups video. I've got 9 games to show you here, 3 of which I've barely touched, so I'm going to start with those first. They're actually PS3 games I'm going to start with. I have Tekken 6. I mainly got this because I'm trying to get every single Tekken game. The only one I don't have now is Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I've got Tekken Tag Tournament 1 via Tekken Hybrid, which came with the prologue for Tag Tournament 2 and also a movie as well. So technically I have that game, so even though I don't have the original one on PS2, so yep. And also I have Nier, which I've heard a lot of good things about. When it originally released, it didn't get that good reviews, but over the time it sort of gained a little bit of a cult following. So I thought I would buy this as well. These two actually came at 2 for £20, so basically 10 quid each in game. And I know £10 for this is just about right, and this one goes for around like 15 upwards, so for me I feel like I got a pretty good deal there. So yep, there's those 3 games. And also on PS3 I got the Final Fantasy HD Remastered Edition for Final Fantasy X and X-2. I never really got into Final Fantasy X when it originally came out. I was more into Dark Chronicle, but one of my friends absolutely loves this game, so and I've been watching like videos of this via like Twitch and YouTube, and I'm actually very impressed by how it looks. So I thought I'd give it another shot, you know. And it was only around like £20, so yeah, I thought that was a fairly decent deal. 10-2 I'm probably not going to touch because I seen footage of that game, and yeah, I'm just not really going to be for me, but I might give it a chance, you know. Next up I have 2 360 games. The first one is the original game of a very a fairly successful franchise, and that is Saints Row. And I actually got this from Oxfam, which is a charity shop, for £4, and it is complete as well. And the disc actually looked like it had never been put into a 360. It was that good. And but yeah, the game itself is much like Saints Row 2 actually, which I absolutely loved, but on a more basic scale in terms of like story and stuff. But yeah, it's alright for the first entry. I still maintain that they got better as the series went along. That's my opinion. I know some people prefer like the original ones, but yeah, it's not too bad. And secondly, on 360 front, I got Fable Anniversary. And yeah, I played Fable 2 and 3, and you know, I enjoyed them, and I didn't really have much of a reason to play them again, because I know there's like different endings and stuff, but I didn't really feel like, you know, playing through it a second time. I just played it once and that was it really. But yeah, the first one definitely I feel is a little bit better than the sequels, mainly because you can choose your powers from the off rather than sort of unlock them later on. And I kind of prefer that sort of level of choice that you can make, you know, early on, so you can sort of play the game how you want to play rather than sort of the game telling you how to play it. So but yeah, I like Saints Row. I've only played this for like an hour or so, but so far I'm really liking it. I feel the graphical update is really well done, because I did actually own this on the original Xbox, and I tried to play it back with the Xbox 360's backwards compatibility, and yeah, I only played it for a little bit, and I just couldn't get into it because it kind of felt dated by that point. But yeah, I would definitely play this, and hopefully complete it at some point. I have three PS4 games. The first one being Trials Fusion, and this is the deluxe edition that came with the season pass. I actually got this and 31st anniversary pretty much for nothing because I traded in a load of 360 and PS3 games like about a month or so back, and yeah, I basically, with the trading value at game for that, I basically got both of these games for nothing, and they're like 30 quid each. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. This game is very much like the first Trials HD and Trials Evolution that came out a few years ago on 360 as well. This is the first one that's come to PlayStation format. And yeah, it's pretty much like the others, only bigger and better, with more sequence and stuff. And yeah, it's still as frustrating as it has been from the beginning. But I guess that's part of the game's charm. And yeah, I'm really glad that I got the physical edition because I like getting physical games like in my hand, rather than sort of downloading them digitally and not physically owning it. I'm sort of more, physical, if that makes sense. Next up, I have Watch Dogs, and this is the special edition. I actually traded in Battlefield 4, and I ended up getting 20 quid off of this game. So, and I also did buy the season pass as well because from what I played so far, there is a hell of a lot of content to this game, and I know that the Ubisoft Montreal who developed this game, I have no doubt that they have a lot of good things planned for this game in the future via the season pass. So and the DLC that they'll have coming out for it, and yeah, because for me the whole game is just an absolute pleasure to play. The story is pretty good. There's a whole host of like side content to play, like sort of unlocking the city via sort of hacking CTOS towers, which is very similar to stuff like Far Cry 3 when you sort of infiltrate the towers in that game. Scanning like these little code things. There's sort of like little like codes you would sort of scan with like your phone or something like that. There are sort of little puzzles where you have to sort of find the right camera to scan it. I think that's really cool. There's the digital trips, which are absolutely insane. There's one where you are basically flying and sort of bouncing off of like giant flowers to old-timey sort of Chicago music, like swing music, and it's just like absolutely insane. That alone is worth the money just to witness that insanity. I love the fact that you in a lot of the missions, mainly when you have to hack a sort of server base or whatever, you don't even have to set foot in the area to complete the mission. You can sort of go in, sort of hack a camera and like explode someone's phone, like distract them, shut a door on somebody, something like that, or just like generally use the cameras available to you to get to what you need to hack, and then you complete the mission. That's just I feel that this game is well worth the wait, and definitely up there as one of the best games I've played so far this year. So, but yeah, I've only played up until the sort of near the end of Act 2, and already I'm absolutely fallen in love with this game, and it's definitely well worth the purchase I've made. So yeah. And finally, on the PS4 front, I bought Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. This was actually on sale on Shop2 for around £18. And I thought for that price I might as well give it a shot and see what all the fuss is about. And I beat the sort of main story campaign that they had. It took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours, if that. And I haven't played the side content yet, but I enjoyed it. You know, it's like when Capcom released Dead Rising K0 on the 360 for, I think it was like 400 Microsoft points, and the story itself was like really short. You could beat it in like an hour, but it was just the sort of side missions you could do, the survivors you could sort of help, and the sort of different weapons you can make and sort of mess around with, that sort of made it worth it. I can definitely see it in a similar way. It makes this worth it over time if you're willing to put in the time to play all the extra stuff and find all the additional sort of secrets and all that. And yeah, no, if this is an example of like graphically and these sort of like gameplay mechanics of what it's going to achieve for the Phantom Pain when that comes out next year, then the Phantom Pain could be a very, very special game, because so far what I played this, I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I cannot wait to play the Phantom Pain whenever that comes out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And finally, I have one PS1 game. It's one that I grew up with, and I didn't actually own, but one of my friends did, and I absolutely fell in love with this game, and I played it with my friends for hours and hours and hours and hours because it was just so addictive to play. And that game is Buster Groove. And this is very similar to games such as Parappa the Rapper, Jerry Lamy, stuff like that. The only difference is, like, rather than a sort of Simon Says style mechanic that those games have, this one you sort of press the sort of button combinations according to the beat of the song, and you sort of as you do that, it gives you different like combinations. It gets harder and harder and harder until you get like your sort of super move, I guess. And I always loved it when like because me and my friends would play multiplayer. If someone was really like winning like comfortably, they would just completely show them on camera and not bother with the other players. It's just like so hilarious. And but yeah, the soundtrack in this game is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, the copy I got was quite scratched, but I did actually get this for quite cheap on eBay anyway. So even though I do have to get this resurfaced, because very often the music doesn't actually like play properly when I boot this up. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. But even though I do have to get this resurfaced and probably have to pay a couple of quid to get it to work, I still got it for cheaper than this game's actually worth. So technically, I still get it cheap, even though I do have to get the disc sorted. So, but yeah, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. It's one of my favourite games of the original PlayStation. So yeah. Okay, and that's it for my May 2014 video game pickups video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, playing through the majority of these games. And yeah, I look forward to the next video, and I shall see you then. Take care.